Golden Goddess. She says, I'm waiting for the mulattoes. So I guess she's talking about the pro mulattoes, like that bald-headed Minnie Mouse midget that got so much stuff to say about me, him. The dude in Thailand and all of those little weirdo people over there. She says she's waiting for them to make a video about how the majority of them prefer white women. Yeah, they do. They do. They prefer white women like their mothers. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I think that's how most mixed people rock. I think most mixed people, they typically are drawn towards the people who resemble the parent of the opposite gender. So the women, most of the time, they might be drawn to dark-skinned black men because their fathers are probably dark-skinned black men. The men, they're probably normally drawn to white women because their mothers are white women. It all makes sense, especially for mixed people. It makes sense a lot. So ain't nothing wrong with that. And yeah, the majority of them do prefer white women. And they make excuses. They make excuses to try to cover up that fact. Some of the excuses that they make are that black women don't like us, and of course mixed women don't like us, and whatever. And as far as mixed women not liking us, some of them probably do not like us, and they express that. But I think the majority of the reason why mixed people don't date each other is simply proximity. It's mostly proximity. It's just the fact that we're pretty much all spread out. There's not a large quantity of us around. So, and then we're all spread out all over the place. So it's hard for us to even get in contact with each other. It's hard for us to even deal with each other in the first place. So that's really the main problem. So with that being said, it's like that topic needs to stop even being talked about. Like the simple fact is that there's no proximity between majority of us. So it's hard for us to even see each other in the first place. That's why we don't date. I'm saying, so that's just what it is. But yeah, that's the excuses they use. And I'm saying, and I don't really fall for that excuse because from my personal experience, that's just not what it is. Like most of the women that I attract are black women, like, so not white women. And maybe that just might just be location because I'm in the South. I'm in South Louisiana. So white women are not as open to dating black men in southern parts of the country, especially where I'm at. Even though I'm half black and half white, I'm still seen as just a black person majority of the time by people down here, especially white people. I'm saying majority of white women, they're not going to look at me like, oh yeah, he's mixed, so it's good. No, they're just looking at me like I'm some light-skinned black dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they're not really willing to bring me to go meet their family or go, like, they're not, it's different down here. It's the South. And we know how it is, you know what I'm saying? For people that's from the South, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? If I wanted to date white women like that, I might need to go, like, out of state, somewhere else, like, especially, like, places maybe up north, maybe the West Coast, East Coast, but the South, I'm saying that's not to say I can't date white women in Louisiana. That's just to say on average, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, they probably would be scared to take me home to go meet their parents and stuff like that, man. You got a lot of, like, racism is still, like, you know what I'm saying? If you understand the history, you know what I'm saying? It's like you come down here, man, you still see Confederate flags waving in the air. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But, so it might just be because of where I live. You know what I'm saying? But my personal experience is I don't really attract white women that often. I do. You know what I'm saying? But they might not, and that might be because maybe most white women just don't show it as much as black women. Black women are usually more direct. They're more direct with their attraction or their interest, you know what I'm saying, on average. That's just my personal experience, so. But, yeah, she says, I think we get the point that a lot of mulattoes date black men like their fathers. Yeah. You know, the fact that they're even still sitting there making content in the first place about mulatto women dating dark-skinned black men, like the fact that they're even still talking about that shit is atrocious. Like, I can't believe these dudes ain't just moved on already. I can't believe they just moved on already. Me personally, I think the reason why some of these dudes ain't moved on already is because they ain't really got no woman. They ain't really getting no women. Like, I don't believe they're getting women like that. I don't believe it. Because if you was, I couldn't see any possible reason for you to be crying and complaining about mixed women dating dark-skinned black men. Some of these dudes, they're going overseas, they're going to Brazil, they're going to Thailand, they're going to the DR. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So at that point, though, it's like, why are you still crying or complaining about the dating dynamics in the United States when you already just went overseas? Like, I don't even get it. Right? You got this dude in Thailand right now. I don't get it. You got a girlfriend in Thailand, right? So it's like, why are you even worried about what's going on over here in the dating scene over here? Why? I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Don't make no sense to me. Yep. I made a comment under that post and I said, I'm a mulatto and I like dark-skinned black women like my mama and my grandma. Not really my grandma, but my mama and my great-grandma. My regular grandma is not really dark-skinned. She's like more of like a brown skin type of color. She got like a brown skin type of color, like a caramel type of color. Like, she's not light or dark. Like, she's somewhere in the middle. But my great-grandma was dark-skinned. My auntie's dark-skinned. My mother's dark-skinned. Well, my mother passed away, you know, but she was dark-skinned. So, most of the women in my life were dark-skinned. My grandma, more of a brown skin type of color. But what I meant to say was my great-grandma. That's what I meant to say. But, period, you know what I'm saying? Point still stands. Yup. I'm saying that's what I like. That's what I like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I like, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I think I'm just drawn to who gives me the most action, who gives me the most attraction, who gives me the most play, who I have the most success with on average. That's who I'm just naturally, and most people are gonna operate that way. It just makes sense. For the women, they probably get a lot of attention from dark-skinned black men on average, majority of the time. So, of course, they're just going to be drawn to the men who put them on a pedestal, the men who give them the most attention. It just makes sense. I can't even be mad at them for that. How could you be mad at them for it? You know what I'm saying? Because mixed men, we kind of deal with the same type of stuff. Like, let's be real. We get put on a pedestal a lot of times, too, by dark-skinned black women. Like, I'm saying, I don't know why these dudes ain't talking about that. That's another thing these dudes don't talk about. Golden God is sitting there saying, I haven't seen the mulattoes make a video yet on how most of them prefer white women. I haven't seen them make a video yet either on how dark-skinned black women be putting us on a pedestal. Because they do. A lot of times. Not all of them, I'm just saying. Like, they do. And they be trying to hide it. You know what I'm saying? You know, they get on the internet and they start talking all that talk, you know what I'm saying, that they do. But in real life, behind closed doors, it's a whole different ball game. Yeah, they get on the internet and they talk a good game. You know, they crack jokes, they make jokes. I even seen one black woman on Instagram. She reposted like a meme that was like making fun of light-skinned men. Right? It was a meme aimed at light-skinned men, and you can tell they're not just talking about light-skinned black. They're talking about mixed-race men. They're talking about men with a specific phenotype, right? So she reposted the meme, right, laughing, giggling, like it's a joke, like it's funny. But fast forward, you know, I got that girl's phone number. I'm talking to that girl right now. Right? You know what I'm saying? So they talk a good game. They crack these jokes, and they behind closed doors, though. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. So it's just natural, man. It's just natural for people to go for the people who they get the most attraction from. So mixed men probably don't go out of their way as much to go put mixed women on a pedestal, which is, I mean, that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, don't expect those women to be trying to rock with you like that when they're already getting tons of attention from these other group of men. Like, you know what I'm saying? It only makes sense. So it's time to just move on, man. It's 2026. But we already know these dudes ain't going to move on. They'll continue to keep on crying and complaining. And that's why they won't go far in life. They won't go far, you know what I'm saying? Their YouTube careers, you know what I'm saying? They think they popping right now. Trust me. Y'all ain't going to be popping for very much longer if y'all keep it up with what y'all doing. Because eventually people are going to get tired of it. People are going to get tired of looking at that. Trust me. Trust me. And some of those men, eventually, they'll get tired too. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. They're going to get tired. You're going to get tired of looking at y'all crying and complaining about mixed women's dating choices. Nobody wants to keep on sitting there looking at that all day. So people will eventually get tired of it. And once people finally get fed up with it, you're going to have to come up with some new concepts. Come up with some fresh new ideas for content, because that eventually that's going to get old. It's going to get tired, and nobody's going to want to care anymore about that. It's going to get to that point. So let them keep crying and complaining. Let them keep crying and complaining about it. Because the more they do that, watch. Eventually they'll fall off, because they'll come to realize that people don't care anymore. That's old now. Okay? It got old for me. I got tired of listening to it. So I moved on. And the fact that I'm already attracting women in real life, I don't care. Right? Right? I can't believe these dudes could be going to Brazil, the Dominican Republic. Those are two mulatto countries. Those are mulatto-based countries. Not everybody from those countries is mulatto, but the primary group of people who represent those countries are mulatto people, right? And we already know it's easier for American men to date foreign, overseas, and countries like that. But then you decided to come back over here and keep on crying and complaining about mixed women dating dark-skinned black men. Like, I don't get it, man. It's beyond me. Somebody got to explain that to me, because I'm way beyond confused.